Hello, I have the honor of presenting the Gemeinde Kirchheim team, which is made up of 6 motivated and lovely developers: Florian, Natalie, Panarit, Berzan, Patrick, and David. And not to hold you up any longer, I will hand over to the team so you can hear about what we've done.
Everyone, my name is Panarit, and together we will go through an initial presentation of our project. What could be a problem with a small municipality like Kirchheim that has an industrial area in and an increasing number of residents? Traffic congestions is the answer. The traffic jams are caused by people who try to reach the industrial areas located in the east of the municipality. The drivers that commute to and from Munich and that pass the A99 highway actually need to cross the entire municipality in order to reach the industrial areas. And the few roads that lead there actually become traffic bottlenecks. But there should exist a solution for this, right? Well, let's have a look at the following cases. There is a driver which has an app on his smartphone which enables him to see in real time the traffic situation in Kirchheim based on data from sensors installed on key parts of the municipality. On the other hand, the app gives intelligent traffic predictions and recommendations to the driver, like take or avoid a specific road in order not to bump into traffic jams. On the other hand, consider the traffic planner, which uses a web application and that has all the data integrated and displayed in one place, that can start a simulation, observe it, and analyze its result, and that gets intelligent recommendations on what actions to take. All of these desirable cases that make up the solution of our problem actually turn into functional requirements for our system. The traffic simulation and real-time evaluation, a dashboard with aggregated data, intelligent predictions for the driver, and map visualization of the bottlenecks, both for the driver and the traffic planner, are key functional requirements for our system. Sometimes the best way to find out what is causing traffic jams is to just look at historical data and analyze it. Pick a date, pick another date, and just compare the data. Also, the traffic planner may have a hard time to find out what actions to take in order to reduce a traffic jam. That's why the system gives recommendations to the driver, like open a specific lane or change the speed limit in a road. To have a better feeling about our problem and the solution, let's have a look at the trailer.
The trailer. My name is Patrick, and I'm going to walk you through the structure of our project. So first off, it made sense for our project that we divided both user roles by traffic planner and driver, because both want to access the town traffic, which is our annotated map, but for vastly different reasons. The traffic planner, on the one hand, wants to control the traffic flow as well as observe traffic data, while the driver wants to identify future traffic jams in order to avoid them. Let's take a look at the town traffic first. The town traffic is either made up out of a traffic simulation or out of a real-time traffic. The real town traffic in this is based on past and present data from our sensors, while the traffic simulation is also based on the same data, but is basically a prediction made by us for the traffic in the future. The town traffic also consists out of multiple roads, which makes sense because the sensors are each stationed at different roads and provide us with data like traffic flow and weather data. For the traffic planner, we actually implemented a strategy pattern so he could choose the optimal strategies that he wanted to take to increase the traffic flow. For the driver, we made a very similar approach. He also has his different strategies that he can use to optimize his travel time. All we need to do now is connect these two parts with each other, and we're done with our first model. So this is our basic system design. And let's take a look at the sensors first to break it up bit by bit. So the sensors, very simple, are basically only the Bremica boxes, for instance, or other data sources that we have, like for instance weather data, and they just provide the data for our server, which is the biggest and the most complex part of our system. So let's take a look at it now and go through it. So on the left side, you can see the data, which is already sent into the metric manager, which is then providing data to our traffic simulator so that it can create some traffic simulations and send them back to the metric manager, which then persists the data in our database. And the traffic simulations will then also be used by the recommendation providers for the different types of users, and will also persist it in the database, the recommendations. Lastly, all we have to do is send out these recommendations to the explicit user interfaces of the iOS app as well as the web application. But to show how it looks in practice, we also prepared a short demo for you. I hope you enjoy it.
All right. Thanks, Patrick. So my name's David, and please lean back and enjoy the show. Imagine it's Sunday night. Frank Cleverman is about to go to sleep. He remembers that he has an early work meeting on Thursday and wants to plan ahead. Usually he needs 60 minutes to get there, but some days, or quite often, there's congestion, which forces him to always calculate 90 minutes. So sometimes he arrives too early, sometimes even too late. But fortunately, there's a new mobile app called SmartTime Squared, which helps Frank in planning his drive to work. So when he opens the app, he's seeing the current traffic situation on the route of his way to work. But in his case, as it's Sunday evening, that's not very helpful. Therefore, he can select a specific day and time in the past in order to see historic traffic data. So he can check the traffic situation on past Thursdays during the time he plans on getting to work. He recognizes that on Thursdays there's usually no congestion. So he calculates just 1 hour for his way to work and can sleep in a little longer. Perhaps someday Frank doesn't even have to compare the days manually and can even get a traffic forecast for the next days. Who knows? Maybe even with personalized push notifications giving him recommendations like avoiding a road or enjoying that morning coffee a little longer. But smart drivers alone won't solve the problem. That's why I'd like to introduce you to John Smartboy, Kirchheim's expert traffic planner. John Smartboy is also quite mad about the frequent congestion problem in Kirchheim. Actually, he really has a lot of ideas that could possibly help, but he's not sure. But help is near. Luckily, the SmartTime Squared web app is also able to simulate traffic conditions based on sensor-collected data and different input measures. So if John gets this, yeah, perfect. So John has inserted the measure which he thinks could solve the congestion problem. In his case, it is to reduce the speed limit in order to provide for more continuous traffic flow. He starts the simulation and sees whether the measure has positive effects. Green streets indicate low occupancy, while blue cars mean low waiting time. But we cannot be sure that every traffic planner is just as smart as John. What if another one does not have such good ideas? Wouldn't it be really nice if the app would provide for different measures itself, evaluate them automatically, and thus present the traffic planner with the best fitting alternative? Well, let's see what the future holds. So, you may have heard of a lot of features we have planned, but let's look at the status. So currently, we're able to show real-time traffic as well as aggregated historic data on our iOS app. We have our basic user interface for the web app, and our simulation is able to run with different input measures, and we can save that output to a database. Last but not least, we want to thank our customers, René and Tobias. You've been very supportive and helpful, so thank you very much, and thank you for your attention.
Well, I think it is us. We have to thank you for doing such a great job. We're really impressed of what you did in this short time. We really like it a lot. I think you provided a valuable piece of the puzzle for future Kirchheim, not only Kirchheim but also like the smart county of Munich, which we want to develop all together. And we really appreciate your valuable contribution. I think you're a great team also, and I think you have done a fantastic job.
Yeah, thank you very much also from my side. Awesome work. I think it's the first time that traffic jams will be fun to be in or to avoid in the future. Thank you very much.